Judd in Dover, New Hampshire. See more better with freeprescriptionlenses.com, but call me Mo. Mo better, because I'm have you seeing Mo better, looking Mo better, and show everyone else how I bring that loving feeling back to glasses when I cut the Zeiss Light V top of the line digital freeform progressive lenses with the PhotoFusion Blue and Zeiss Blue Protect Anti-Glare for your Oakley 8151. The Scavenger color 04, the polished clear, and the 51 eye size. And I love how it says the Urban Warrior Hybrid, which I'm sure you are. Take the frame out of the case that, come on, get out of there, get out of there. Now, Judd is in Dover, New Hampshire, just next to Durham. I am in Durham, North Carolina. My best friend grew up here, moved from Durham, North Carolina to Durham, New Hampshire to go to school at the University of New Hampshire. How about that? But he's on the coast where you can ride, surf, ski all in one day. I'm going to mention a few other things about New Hampshire, but first let me show you, of course, this is your Oakley case. Your Oakley Scavenger, the 8151. This is a cool frame. This is the first frame, the first time I've cut lenses for this frame. I'd never seen it before until he told me about it. I ordered it for him. I didn't even have this in stock in my collection. I think I'm going to need to. It comes in the 51 eye size. It comes in a few colors. It comes in a blue. It's got me thinking about that blue. But it comes with a little plastic sleeve on the temple to protect the temples from rubbing together during shipping. I'm going to put that on there when I ship to you. Let me go ahead and pop out the original demo lenses. Put it into the tracing frame of my blocker. I got to program a number for it. You think I would have been ready, but no, I wasn't. Where's my paper clip? I'm going to put this here, by the way. Want to give a shout out to his mom, Cookie, who is actually kicking bone cancer's ass right now, going through chemo and radiation, fighting like the champ that she is. Also another shout out to Braden and Mason, who are tearing up the ski slopes in New England. But enough of that. Let me get to work. I'll come back to that. So, the reason why I programmed this in there, you were Secret Agent 2368, is years from now, should you ever need new lenses in this frame, I can mail them right to your home. But I got another frame that I hope you start wearing in soon. I'll show you in just a moment as I get to that. Hit the start button. A stylus is going to pop up. Go around, trace the inside bevel of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy any genuine, authentic Oakley that I offer, and you'll receive one free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number. So if you have vision insurance, you submit my itemized receipt, you will get reimbursed what is called your out-of-network reimbursement. I am not an insurance provider, but I am told because my prices are so cheap, I am cheaper out-of-network than it is in-network, because those places have to raise their prices to give you an insurance discount. Now, if you have a health savings account Flex Dollars, you will get 100% reimbursement for that. However, my website takes PayPal. PayPal does not accept health savings account Flex cards, so you got to call me and I can run it over the phone. You got that? Was everyone paying attention? Hello, is this on? Okay, so let's move on to the next screen. Your pupillary distance is 58.5. And after spending $40,000 on this equipment, I can't do half millimeter. So what I am going to do is 58 divided by 2 is 29. So I'm going to tap the minus button a couple times till we get down to 29. I'm going to raise the height of the invisible bifocal up to 26. Change the layout screen. And so your lenses, by the way, you are getting the Zeiss Progressive Light V photo in 1.59, which is the refractive index of polycarbonate. I know you can't see this, but you will when you get these packets in the mail. PhotoFusion Blue. Down below that it says Coating BP, which stands for Blue Protect. So I'm going to take the lens out of the packet. It comes with dots oriented in there, tell me which way it goes. But before I go any further, your right eye reads +1/4, -1 1/4 at 108. +1/4, -1 1/4 at 108. 175 is your bifocal strength. Highlight that. And of course, it already says R there for the right lens. Same for this document. That's what I love about Zeiss, is the documentation they provide for any digital lens that they grind. It has your power, again, Zeiss Progressive Light V, the top of the line Zeiss lenses. There's the V, excuse me, there's the D for distance. There's the H, which gives you a little bit more height, intermediate area, and the V, which is the variable length corridor, which competes with the Verilux X, but it's a whole lot less expensive for the 5-year contract that I signed with Zeiss. So, but I'm gonna highlight that, plus a quarter, oops, turn the pen around, plus a quarter minus 1 1/4, 175 add, and of course, the Light V RX verification. What I love about this is you go to the doctor and they ask you, what are you wearing? Boom, hand them this piece of paper. It'll tell them everything. The compensated RX, the compensated near power, the positioning, the laser engravings that every Zeiss lens has. It'll tell you what's at the nasal portion. Well, actually every invisible bifocal has, but this shows you the Zeiss markings. The temporal strength, which is your add power, the 404, which they do for that. The compensated RX, the near compensated, the positioning, the inset, how everything is moved. These dots they put on the lenses correspond with the layout dots here. So Zeiss has these squares. That is, you see that square there? It is a 6mm drop to the center of the lens from where the progressive sits. I love it. I love it. Gives you all this documentation. Verilux, which is an Essilor product and I use for years and years and years and years. I still use their lab equipment. They don't even give you a card of authenticity anymore when you buy the Verilux X. So, all right, is that enough about that? Let's keep going. So this is a block, or as I like to call it, Jenny from the block. I need to attach this to your lens while it is cutting. So I need 2 double-sided adhesive stickers, of which I've got them here. The black side is the sticky side. Throw that on the first one, lay it on the platform, do the same thing for the second one. Pull the paper away, up, come on now. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. On the back, that silver button is a magnet. It's going to do its job twice. The first time it's going to attach itself to another magnet here in the arm. But get everything laid out. Now again, your pupillary distance is 58.5. I have it at 29, which is the middle of that crosshair. The blue cross is the geometric center of your frame. If you were to measure vertically and horizontally, it would be in the center. Your eye is just above that in inset. So what I'm going to do is get everything laid out just perfectly as such. And then I'm going to move it over this way just a smidgen to get that extra 1/4 millimeter here. I'll do 1/4 millimeter on your other lens. That, if all goes well, will give me 58.5. Get everything centered just right and moved over. Hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the right lens. Same pupillary distance, same optical center height. The left side has mirrored the right. I know that looks confusing. This is the right side of the screen, this is the left, but they all, in my profession, you always start with the right first. In fact, going back to Greek mythology, pull the paper away, make the black side sticky, line that up. You put your right hand forward to show you're not having a weapon in your hand. When you enter someone's house, you hear, put your best foot forward. You always walk into someone's house with your right foot. So, and actually people were prejudiced against the left. They thought it was sinister. The right eye is called ocular dexterous, and a lot of prescriptions they'll say OD. The left eye, ocular sinister, OS, because they thought the left was sinister. And there's some political people out there who might still agree with that, but that's, hey, let's save that for another day. You ain't gonna get me on my soapbox. I'm way too cool. What I do? Oh, I already put the sticker off. You're gonna see which side I lean on in just a moment. So I'm gonna get everything 29. I would normally get it centered. I'm gonna move it this way this time, 1/4 millimeter. I'm gonna eyeball it. I got some eyeballing experience. I got a little history of eyeballing things, and but again, we'll get to that later. Hit that button, the arm comes down, places the block onto the left lens. Now this is the edger. This is what's going to do all the work while I run my mouth. It costs $40,000. Well, this is $30,000. This is $10,000. Actually, all this is $1. This is $39,999. This is what I paid for. I'm going to wake up the computer. But yeah, so this is going to do all the work. Yeah. Keep me on task. Keep me on task. Don't let me stray off course. I'm wandering, Judd. I'm wandering. I'm losing myself. So this is the cutting wheel, the diamond crusted wheel that's going to grind away your lens material till it's the final size. This wheel in the center is what's going to put the V-shaped bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. I've woken up the computer, job ID number 2368. 2368. This is installment 2368 of my 330 million volume series of making a pair of glasses for everyone in America. But for now, your secret agent 2368. These are polycarbonate lenses. If they were plastic, high index plastic or Trivex, I would select that, but we're going to stick with polycarbonate. I'm not going to polish the edge of the lens. I wish I didn't have to do that in every one, but I do. I'm not going to put a safety bevel on the front convex surface of the lens, but I am going to put a safety bevel on the rear concave surface of the lens. And press this on there firmly. Place the magnet into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby. Here we go. My website designer's calling me. Hello, congratulations. You're the 10th caller on WFPL, freeprescriptionlenses.com. What hits would you like to hear played tonight? Go ahead. Talk to the audience. Talk to the audience.
I'm speechless. I'm so excited. I've been trying to get through for a half hour.
Talk to Judd in Dover, New Hampshire. Judd's getting the Oakley 8151 Scavenger.
The Scavenger.
Yeah, no, that's what he is. He's a bottom-feeding scavenger, so that's the frame that fits his personality.
Sounds great.
But anyway, my website designer's calling me because we're going to be launching this new frame eyewear. I'm going to pull this paper towel away. Nobody has seen them yet. I'm going to pull this paper towel away and show you some new frames that are going to be coming out soon. And he's just going over some fine-tuning for the website when we launch that one. So I'll tell you what, Jigsaw, can I give you a call back at the end of this video?
You sure may.
All right, will do, buddy. Thanks a lot. Okay. He's just going over some final details. Don't worry, I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. Judd gave me permission based on something he said. I figured this would be a great time to introduce it. So, where are we at? Okay, we're there. So we're going to hit the start button. The door closes. The clamp shuts. You know, I would have cleaned this if I knew I was going to have company coming over. The lens is now going to be traced by two white styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame, going around tracing the shape of the right lens. And then doing it twice, measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly precisely where to place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing, of which you will have none. But these are polycarbonate lenses, which are 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. They're virtually unbreakable. These are high-impact ballistics grade lenses, the same lens material that our soldiers wear overseas in combat zones and their Oakleys to protect their eyes from shrapnel and from flying debris. It also has 100% UVA and UVB protection. In fact, it has more protection than any other brand of lenses. Zeiss has partnered with the American Cancer Society because they go up to 400 nanometers of UV protection. Everyone else is at 380. We all know what the sun's ultraviolet light can do to our skin, where our eyes are 8 times more sensitive than our skin. So you have permanent sunscreen protection, unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that you have to reapply every few hours when you're in direct exposure to the sun there in Dover, New Hampshire. This is perfect, permanent, and never needs to be reapplied. Speaking of protection, it also has 30 to 40% blue light protection. You hear about the harmful blue light emitted from today's electronic devices. This has 30 to 40% protection from that. You have the Blue Protect anti-glare, which offers additional blue protection. And you also have a premium scratch coating. Now, let me free up a minute. Judd, when I asked what shout outs he wanted to give a shout out to his mother, Cookie, who is just that one tough cookie. She beat breast cancer in the 90s. Now she's battling, I'd say battling, but it ain't a battle. She's going to kick cancer's ass. She's going to show cancer who's the boss. You know, as she recovers from bone cancer. And he says, I need to come up to New Hampshire sometime because where he lives on the coast, you can ride. He's way into cycling. He works at a cycle shop. That's his passion. He's an adrenaline junkie, so he's done some downhill racing until injuries and concussions and other things make them back off a little bit. But you can cycle, surf, ski all in one place. He mentioned that weed is legal in New Hampshire. Well, it hasn't been decriminalized yet, but compared to Maine, Vermont, and Massachusetts, but they got bigger fish to fry. And I told him I was coming out with dun 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 dun, my line of 420 eyewear. Never before seen outside of this lab. Let me go ahead and take this out. Are you ready for the sides? Boom! It's got the leaves all over it. It's got 420 on the temple and more leaves. This, in case you're wondering, buying something sight unseen, this is the same size as the Ray-Ban 2132 new Wayfarer size 55. In fact, if you were to take this lens out, this is the lens that fits into the Ray-Ban size 55 frame. You see that? Take this out. Tuck it over here to the right lens. That will pop in. So you can go into any store in America, try on the Ray-Ban new Wayfarer model number 2132 size 55, and you will get an idea. This is the shiny black with the leaf. We also have a smaller rectangular size. Now these are the toned down ones. It has a single leaf on the right temple and the numbers 420 on the left. This is the bold fat daddy of them all. This is more toned down, a little bit more reserved, because some of us have to be in a professional setting. It's got some awesome spring hinges. Look how far these go out. And of course they all come with the leaf on there. And then we have this one, which I was referring to him, which actually might work. Let's see, size wise. I'm just curious. Let's pop this. Whoa. Whoa! Good thing these are the floor models. Let's see if this one fits right in there. Oh, Judd. Look at that. So now you know what size what is. And that's what B is. So, I'll take that out so I can pop the lens in. So as the next frame, let's just see how these fit. It's got the keyhole bridge, which is, this is known as a saddle bridge. You can put a saddle over a horse. These two. This is a keyhole, because the old Victorian homes, you have a skeleton key there in the door. That's what it's known as, so it can fit wider frames. I'm just curious. I am just curious. Because this would be all too cool if this were to work. Take the lens from here. Come on. Do it for me. I won't. It's just a little too big. The demo lenses are thinner and will pop in. I was hoping he could pop the lenses out of his Oakleys and into here. This one comes when your eyes are red or you don't want to be seen or you're just light sensitive. Boom, the magnetic clip-on. Again, just like the last one, it says 420 on the right temple. You got the single pot leaf on the left. And this does not have spring hinges, nor does this one. Only this frame. And there'll be more coming out later in the summer. I'll be harvesting more frames. This is just the first 3 to do. And these all sell for $149 complete, frame and lenses. The same price of the Ray-Ban frame. Just like with my regular, you buy a pair of Ray-Bans, you get free lenses. You're going to get free single vision lenses with this. The progressives are available. The line style bifocal transitions in gray, brown, green, and blue. I don't know why who would want to put the brown frown in a black frame, but brown is available if that's your thing. Of course, the blue will look good, and of course, yeah, transitions green in a frame. In fact, what we would do with the Zeiss mirrors, because I'm all about some Zeiss now, we've got, by the way, this medium frame, and again, Ray-Ban's going to kill me for doing this. Let me pop out the demo lens. Pop out the demo lens in the Ray-Ban 5228 size 53. Take out the right lens. And it takes a little working, but it will go in. I tried it earlier today. So you can go into any store in America, try on the Ray-Ban 2132 new Wayfarer size 55 to get an idea of how this one will fit. Go into any store, try on the Ray-Ban 5228 size 53 to get an idea how this would fit. And then this one, it's its own cookie. So it's going to be like this one. But this is the classic P3 shape. Very vintage style, time tested and true, been around for years and years. So imagine these frames with a green mirrored lens in there. You can also do, well, silver, gold, green, blue, red, pink. I can do it. But how about a smoking hot red lens in the 420 frames? I'll be able to do that for you. This website will be available soon. You can go to 420eyewear.com to see the early prototype for, oops, I picked up the wrong frame. This frame that is on there, and of course, within the week, all of this will be, I just got to link everything to PayPal, and you can start making your purchases. But it's coming. It is coming. And of course, you can still do, you do not have to, this frame will be $174.99, and I may go down on the prices, by the way. I may just give an introductory price for the first year to get them out there, but I can put mirrored lenses into this frame as well. You do not have to get the clip if you don't want it. This is the only one that comes with a rare earth polarized magnetic clip. All right, I'm being rough. I'm being rough. I need to settle down. I need to relax. I need something that's just going to make me chill and relax. But yeah, the show must go on. Let me keep doing that, and because Judd needs to see, so let me do his thing. He says that within a couple weeks he's coming back and getting one of these, and I do appreciate you keeping me in your consideration. So we're going to tuck this in at the outside corner, press down, that snaps in there easily. Let's go ahead and flip this over to L. Press the block, the sticker on there firmly, place the block into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby, or tonight I'm calling it the Judd. Hit the green button, the door closes, the clamp shuts, the lens is going to be traced by two white styluses, just like before, making sure it's large enough to fit into the frame. And you can see as it's going around tracing the shape of the left lens. And just like before, measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel for the least amount of edge thickness, showing of which you got none. No edge thickness whatsoever, because I custom make these lenses. I order to give you the best look, I order the base curve to fit the frame. I am a licensed optician. By the way, I should have mentioned it earlier. I am an authorized Oakley dealer, but I've been told that as a small independent optician, I'm not legally allowed to post pictures of the frames with prices on my website. So it's, you know, I am a people person. The one thing about internet sales, I don't get to interact with people, but I called Judd up to talk to him about this when he mentioned the shout outs I was supposed to do. He noticed my sense of accomplishment sticker pile, which I'm going to add to, and he works on bikes in a bike shop. A lot of front gears, he was saying, when they come in, have a sticker on them. Of all the shops he's worked in all the years, he should have started collecting them. But Judd, today is the day. Start collecting those stickers. Start with your own sticker collection somewhere on the wall. And if you start today, you'll be one day closer than you will if you start tomorrow. So I encourage everyone to start your own sense of style, sense of accomplishment pile of something you do. Some people call it clutter, but it's just nice to you as a reminder to be rewarded for all the work you have done. Some people will look at their bank account, and if you're about the money, that's okay too. I'm about everything that I've helped people to do and continue to do, and that's one of my favorite things in all of my possessions. So we're going to come down here to the lensometer, spin the axis wheel to 108. This is known as the final inspection. Place it in over that black dot. Read the power, and I am getting +1/4, 1 tick mark away from 0 into the black, into the pluses, not the red minuses, into the black pluses, because you need one step of nearsighted correction. That's why there's a plus sign. Your lenses magnify. Now, once it's the correct size, everything's in quarter increments, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1. You need 5 steps of astigmatism correction. Uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F. Think of it as the fine-tune knob. It's a second curvature. You have plus 1/4 here, minus 1 1/4 here, and it's how we line up those two curves to make everything nice and crisp. So we're going to check the power of the second curvature. And we're at -1 in the red. Why -1? Because if you had a quarter, but then you owed someone $1.25, you would be 1 in the red. $1 in the red. Now, you are unique in many ways, Judd. And don't even know you, but I feel like we're friends. I can joke around with you. But same powers in your left eye. And we're going to turn that fine. The first two numbers are real values to be concerned with. This last number could be anywhere from 0 to 180. A straight line is 0 to 90 to 180 for the right eye. We're going to turn the axis wheel to 108. For the left eye to 62. Now you need 175 bifocal strength. I know these are progressive lenses, but the reason why it's called add, it means in addition to what's up top. So this is simple math. If you were to buy over-the-counter reading glasses, you add 25 to 175 and you would need a 2. Now, I'm sorry, you need a 2 for right here, which is your working distance, elbows touching your side, arms bent at a right angle. If you were trying to thread a needle, tie a lure, or work on something very close, this is called working distance. Your doctor dials it in from 16 to 18 to 20 inches. That's the full strength. That's the very bottom of your lenses. At arm's reach, with an outstretched, if you're tightening a wrench, working on a bike, you need the intermediate range, your computer distance. So, which is half of that, half of 175. I always like to round up to 1. You're going to need about, if that's a 1 1/4. If you're doing anything on a workbench, cooking, chopping vegetables on the counter, anything else you might be doing at arm's reach, you're going to, if you bring it closer, you're going to, where'd that come from? What made me think of that? You're going to use about right here. As you look, it's called a progressive lens because as you look down, it progressively gets stronger and stronger. And then whatever you can't get your hands on is the whole top half of the lens. That's the easiest because you naturally just look up to see far away. So you have you have unlimited zones. It's also called a multifocal because as you move your head up and down, you have a variable focal of what you're trying to look at. A bifocal, the line style bifocal, only gives you 2. Now these are my computer, my surgery glasses. You get 2 powers. A lot of people just use their distance and the reading. And sadly, a lot of people tell me today they don't read anymore. They want to be able to see their dashboard out here. So I put the computer power in here, driving out of the top, dashboard powered here. And yeah, they ain't going to be able to tie a fishing line or do anything up close with those. But where was I at? The left lens, the left lens. And they all rejoiced. Hooray! Sorry, little Monty Python Holy Grail reference there. So, take the lens. I have the side I'm working on closest to me. I'm not trying to reach across the frame. I tuck it in at the outside corner. Come on now, come on now. It's still alive. Let's do this. That's how good that hydrophobic coating is. There we go, there we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Come down here to the black dot, spin the fine-tune knob to 62. Anything in the rounder shape, it's hard to push on something round. The rectangles are great, they're easy. Round, you push on one side, it wants to squirm because it's still alive. Read the power, and I am getting, hands on, yes, it is on 62. I'm getting plus 1/4. You have a 1 1/4 astigmatism correction. Let's check for that. -1, so that is cut perfectly. This is the portion in every video that is like, by the way, this frame, the Oakley 8151, sells for $178. The Zeiss Light V, which he saw when I made my Oakleys, we have the same exact lenses. We're going to be twinsies. The polished clear front, just a different shape. He said this one fits his nose better. But I have the Zeiss Light V PhotoFusion blue with the Blue Protect Anti-Glare as well. Come on, get out of the way, camera, so I can put my glasses on. The Zeiss Light V Digital Freeform Progressive is $229.99. The Light D is $149. The Light H, $179, $189, I can't remember. And then the Light V is $229.99. The PhotoFusion, by the way, Zeiss invented the photochromic lens. They sold the technology to Essilor, which Essilor branded as Transitions. Zeiss has gray, brown, green, and blue. Essilor has gray, brown, and green. But Zeiss calls their photochromic lenses PhotoFusion. Now, for the last few years, they have upgraded the lenses. That's why their newer colors are available. Essilor has come out with the Transitions Generation 8, which they claim turn from clear to dark back to clear again as fast as a Zeiss lens. Zeiss, being the German performance machine that they are, a leader in precision optics since 1846. That's who everyone's trying to keep up with. They're the Joneses that everyone's keeping up with. The anti-glare coating. By the way, Zeiss invented the anti-glare coating. Now, Essilor has one they call Crizal, which is a very good product. The Transitions are a very good product. The Transitions Gen 8 as well as the 7. It's just Essilor spends billions on marketing. They have to mark up their prices. Zeiss normally is a more expensive lens because they just don't have as many labs. But I signed a 5-year deal with Zeiss so I could lock in some really good pricing, and that's why I'm able to offer the Zeiss lenses at the same price, but their add-ons are less expensive than the Essilor add-on. So the Blue Protect, which is $99.99, compares with Crizal Prevencia. Both of them have a purplish hue to them. This is, again, Crizal Prevencia. Has a purplish hue, so that's how you can tell that they're the blue blocking anti-glare. The Crizal Prevencia, which sells for $119.99, this sells for $99.99. The Crizal Sapphire sells for $139.99 from Zeiss. Their equivalent, it's called Duravision Platinum, is $99.99. So here's their Blue Protect Anti-Glare. You can see how that looks. And their completely blue lens is $40 less than Crizal Sapphire. So I love me some Zeiss. I've been an Essilor man for way too long, but I realized I only offer one. I only offer one brand of progressives. Of course, I have access to Shamir, to Hoya, and if people want those who are watching this video, if that's what you want, I can order it for you. Ooh, my sense of accomplishment. But yeah, so the total would be $607.97. Everything I offer is tax-free because I'm in North Carolina. North Carolina considers eyeglasses a medical device. There is no tax on medical devices. A lot of people now on the internet selling glasses and everything else have to charge tax. I do not, since I'm in North Carolina. So if you were to find someone who offered all of this for less than me or the same price as me, which I doubt, $607.97 times 7.5%, which is my state sales tax, it would come to $45.59. Well, rounding up, another $45.60 that you do not have to pay since you're purchasing from me. Now this is the portion, and oh, your PD 58.5. So I'm going to turn the card around, place the PD stick against my thumb, and then when we hold it up to the left lens, look at that, 58.5, not 58, 58.5, because I decentered them 1/4 millimeter on each one. Let's check the OC height, 26, the optical center height, the progressive height, position of wear, not to the bottom of the lens, but to the deepest portion of the frame in the middle of the plastic. We're getting 26 millimeters. 26 millimeters. Man, the kit is good. But this is the portion in every video that as I clean your lenses and clean my countertop, I mentioned that there's free shipping anywhere in the U.S. and Dover, New Hampshire is still in the U.S. But when you get these in the mail, there's a small chance that these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other. And because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. But I'm going to get these in standard alignment first, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, the bottom of the frame being 3. I set them on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. When I say wobble, well, I got my Oakleys on. I'm part of that 80%. With every other frame, when I press down on my Ray-Bans or Versace's, you see them wobble on the counter. When I make myself these, you will see them wobble on the counter. This is known as the pilot temple. Think of a World War II fighter pilot with a helmet. You can slide these on and off without taking off your helmet. Whereas with the spatula temple, you would have to. Let me put mine back on so I can see what I'm doing, yo. Flip that over, press down. There is no wobble. Close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do. That neither temple is askew. Check the tension on each hinge. That is the same. If one was tighter or looser, I would tighten the loosened one. I would loosen the tighter one until they're matching. So Judd, I send out a selfie request in every package. Hook me up, brother. Give me a picture of you in the shop working on bikes with them clear. And then give me a shot outside when you're on the side of a mountain wearing these where they're all blue. I would love to have that on the website. I also send out cleaning instructions not only for your frame and lenses so they will last you for years, but for the premium microfiber cleaning cloth that I provide, your Zeiss cleaning cloth, your Oakley carrying bag, which doubles as a cleaning cloth. And not only that, all 3 cloths and your case so it'll last you for years. I give instructions with every purchase with that. But this is what they look like clear before they have been activated. This is a tough looking frame. But I'm going to go ahead and activate them, meaning I'm expose them to a strong burst of ultraviolet light. Now, as you can see, it takes about 30 to 45 seconds for photochromic transition lenses to darken. A little bit longer when you come back inside. 45 seconds to a minute, minute 15. Now, Judd and everyone else listening, this is important. All photochromic transition lenses will get dark on day 1 and continue to darken every day for the first couple weeks they're exposed. The only time the transition 7 and generation 8 in the PhotoFusion gray, brown, green, or blue will not work is if you're behind the windshield of a car. Your windshield absorbs the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays that would cause your dashboard to crack from sitting in the sun all day, and that's why they don't turn dark in a car. Now, if you have a convertible, motorcycle, or a bike, they will darken. I'm just curious how that looks in the blue family. Yeah, it's close. We're getting there. I'm just curious with the mirror coatings. So, now, they're also all photochromic transition lenses are temperature sensitive, meaning they will get darker when it's 85 and below than they will when it's 95 and above. But I remind everyone, when it's 100 degrees outside, you're miserable, they're miserable. Nobody works 100% when it's 100 degrees outside. We all work much better when it cools off. Now, there is the Essilor Transitions Extra Active and the Zeiss PhotoFusion Extra Gray. Those will get darker in hotter weather. They'll also get 30 to 50% dark behind the windshield of a car. So that's why, Judd, for your next pair, you might need something with the polarized clip on there. Even with transitions, since they won't work in the car, keep this clip in your car. Think of it as your seatbelt. When you get in the car, put on your seatbelt, put on the clip. And vice versa, when you take off your seatbelt, just leave the sun clip in your car because your transitions will work as soon as you get out. See how fast they're turning back to almost clear? Again, the transitions generation 8 are allegedly as fast as the Zeiss, although the Zeiss are clear indoors. I will be making a video soon with both lenses to show people the difference with that. Where am I? I tell you what, I've done a lot. Do me a favor, not only like this video, but subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can click the bell icon if you want to get notified about future videos of frames and lens combinations. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as Free Prescription Lenses, on Twitter as Free RX Lenses. In the future, you can follow me at 420 Eyewear on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. But if you have any questions about what I can or can't do, if you want an Oakley, just go to the Contact Me page of the website. Email me like Judd did. Tell me what model number, size, and color. I'll check on price and availability and email you back. And you could also leave a question or comment in the comment section below. Judd, hook me up, but leave a comment in the comment section below. Once again, a big shout out to that tough cookie mom of his who is kicking cancer's ass, to Braden and Mason who are skiing up the slopes of New Hampshire or New England, and of course to Judd. Again, thank you so much for the purchase of the Oakley 8151 Scavenger color 04 polished clear. It only comes in one size, the 51. It comes in multiple colors. And now, hopefully, now that the lenses are back to clear, everyone has gotten a chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.